Hello everyone, I'm Jagadeeswari, currently pursuing final year of BCom Corporate Secretaryship. I'm going to review a book named Because Life is a Gift by Disha. Let me start by introducing the author first. Name of the author is Disha. She is such a young, talented, and dynamic writer. Her first book she wrote was My Beloved MBA Plans. The book was a great success indeed. So she was planning to write another book, but she never knew on which topic she will be writing the book. She was just waiting for another inspiration to get inspired and write another book on it. And the day of inspiration came. Our author Disha was a student of Indian Institute of Management, which is in Calcutta. On the day of graduation, more than 500 students from various departments have been graduating, including our author. Obviously, the first person to receive a certificate will get a great round of applause, and gradually the sound fades. Likewise, the sound was keep on fading. But the arrival of one boy literally made the entire crowd stood up and gave a very big round of applause that literally shaken the entire stage. He was none other than Suresh, a visually impaired boy. We all know getting an admission in IIM is not an easy job, but still, being a visually impaired person, Suresh was managed to get an admission. Also, Suresh made a great performance in his academics and other activities too. That's why he was awarded as the best student of the year. Suresh was discussing his inspirational story of his entire life and told someone really wants to achieve something, he or she will find his or her own way, which literally inspired the author to write another book on him. The question of the author is, since 21% of our population is disabled, they are not accessing most of the common public places and not working as our colleagues, right? They are all confined to their homes and cursing their destinies. We are not accepting them as one among us. Why? As a human being, we all deserve respect, right? But still, world is only ready to give sympathy, not respect to the disabled people. Very few take their destinies in their hands and prove the world wrong. They all have proven how disability is not a curse, it's only a different way of living. The book got 15 real-life stories of differently abled people, their lives, struggles, and their victories. Triumph of spirit about the power of will and the determination of human soul. And the common moral of all stories is nothing is impossible. The word disabled is itself is a negative connotation, right? It implements the meaning that they are incapable. In the later 1980s, the word disability is being replaced by the word differently abled. As I said already, it got 15 real-life stories, but I'm here to tell only 2 stories of it. The first story is about Sai Prasad Vishwanandan. The story of Sai starts with the dynamic words of him. Every individual can either be a master or a slave of his fate, depending on the choices he makes for himself. Sai was born in Tamil Nadu in 1984. He born with some spinal cord issues, so that he must be operated when he was 3 days old. Because of some doctor's carelessness, lower half of his body was dysfunctional during his surgery, which left him wheelchair bound for the rest of his life. Because of society's pressure, the family was forced to move to Hyderabad. Sai's parents never wanted sympathy or pity, so they kept motivating him and insist him to be confident. In spite of being a good academic student, many of the schools rejected Sai because of his disability. Because of Sai's disability, he couldn't make any of the best friends. So he started topping in all of the exams and befriended many of them. He changed everyone's sympathy into respect. The next accident he met was terrible, so he couldn't heal himself from that. In spite of being differently abled, he got Pratibha Scholarship Gold Medal from CM of Andhra Pradesh for studies. He got placed in Chaitanya Bharati Institute of Technology for his electrical engineering. Soon after entering to the college, he started driving scooty that literally made him feeling independent. His dream is to get placed in National Thermal Power Corporation. But due to his disability, he couldn't reach his dreams. But still, he got placed in Infosys. During his campus placement, he considered the turning point of his life is to attend a training program in Mysore. After seeing the infrastructure built inside the corporate sector, he went to US to see the infrastructure built for differently abled and exhibited a video of it, but it doesn't valued much. Then he planned to start a foundation called Sahasra to help disabled people like him. More than 20,000 students were joined and made more than $1 lakh. He worked with many NGOs and universities to make the campus disabled friendly. And he was such an amazing successful personality now. He advised not to only listen to success stories but also failure stories and learn more from it. The next story is about Jagadeeswari Singh Bhati. Each one of us is gifted in some way or the other. God has given His own way of creating checks and balances. As humans, we focus only on the negative side of the life, and that's what makes our life difficult for us. But author's outlook towards life has changed after meeting this child prodigy who has emerged as a global inspiration and is in the true sense a great milestone in the world of disability. A miracle young boy, the youngest patent holder in the country, India's Stephen Hawking are the phrases associated with this genius. He is indeed India's pride. And what is even more amazing is the fact that the youngest master has achieved all that in the age of just 10 years. And Jagadeeswari has proven that the disability may not be cured, but it can surely be defeated. Bhati or Jagadeeswari Singh Bhati was born in September 2002 in Jaipur. Bhati was 4 years old when his parents first noticed their child was having problems in climbing stairs. The child, however, never complained to his parents. When the problem lingered on and none of the home remedies they tried worked, they took him to the orthopedic who diagnosed him with a muscular disorder. Doctors in All Indian Institute of Medical Science confirmed it was a case of Duchenne muscular dystrophy. Muscular dystrophy (MD) is a group of muscle diseases that weaken the musculoskeletal system and hamper locomotion of a person. It also affects the lungs and other important organs of the body, and unfortunately, it worsens as one grows old. Jagadeeswari's parents was distraught and shaken. They consulted several doctors, but each told them that disease was incurable. Any medicines the child would take would cause its own side effects. They didn't even know whether they can tell this to Jagadeeswari. However, Jagadeeswari was braver than his parents had thought. He could sense something is amiss. More than his own health issues, he was bothered about his parents' sad faces. Many times while he was walking with his parents and suddenly fell down and see his parents' sad faces, he would try to get up his own. He would never cry but instead keep a big smile on his face, telling his parents that it was a part of growing up. One of the great words of Jagadeeswari is, anger is also a disability. I can't overcome my disability. You are lucky you can. Make an effort. Whenever people see him different and teases him for his disability, he'll be telling that I am a celebrity. That's why people are looking at me. Owing to his physical limitations, he could not just play outdoors. His friends would come to home and play with him. One day he was playing chess with his father when 4 of his friends came and asked him if they could play along with him. His father dismissed their request, telling that chess is game only for 2 players. But Bhati was not convinced. He searched on the internet for a chess game which would involve 6 players, but could find none. The innocent child asks his father if they could design one together. Looking at his face, His father instantly knew Harty was serious. Over the next few months, Harty constituted the same. His father, being a mathematics teacher, helped him with the possible geometrical combinations possible for designing such a game. Initially, the duo thought it was a hexagon would go, but then crossover from the center was troubling. At the point of time, Harty rose to the occasion like a true inventor and remarked, "Why not try a similar design on a circle?" That was the exact moment where the circular chess was born. After some months of research, Harty has successfully designed chess for 6 players. In a span of few months, Harty caught the attention of the media and became a superstar. He was conferred several awards for his remarkable achievement. Media persons thronged his house to interview them. After all, Harty has just become India's youngest patent holder and the youngest disabled patent holder of the world. He was definitely the pride of the country. He was invited to many of the several conferences and has been presented with many awards. At one such press conference, Harty promised to create a game of chess for 60 players. Harty worked hard to make his dream reality. Few months later, Harty fulfilled his promise. He filed a patent for 12 and another 60 players. He is a great child prodigy with 3 patents already in his name. And I'm sure he must be already thinking of his next invention. One of the dynamic words of him is, "The only disability is no self-esteem." People who can't walk can fly with their attitudes. I can't walk now, but I'm flying today. The proud parents of Harty told, "We just hope that each person reading this story prays for our sons and someone's prayers are answered. Miracles can happen when we are hopeful." The book, Because Life is a Gift, was an amazing book with amazing writer with amazing words. The author literally chosen each and every word to express his feelings. The book has been awarded as a nation's best seller. It signifies the stories of hope, courage, and perseverance. Overall, my rating to this book is 3.5 out of 5. If someone is literally waiting for inspiration to have a successful life, kindly please make a note of this name of the book. Wonderful stories of many differently abled people literally inspire us to achieve something in our life. Being disabled people, they could achieve this much of thing. Why can't we? Hope you all enjoyed this video and my review. Thank you so much for giving me such a great opportunity. Hope you all have a great future ahead. Thank you so much all.